Hey guys, Julien here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make awesome techno melodies in the style of Joyhauser and Spektre. Here are some examples of the kind of stuff I'm going to be showing you how to make. Now, to go along with this video, I've just dropped a sample pack. What this is it is 10 techno melodies for $10. It's at the top of the description, and I've got 10 melodies that I've written here. You can see I've got audio as well as MIDI for all of them. Here are some examples of them. So yeah, those are a few of the loops. Like I said, you can get this in the description. This is great if you need help understanding these kind of melodies, or maybe you just want some loops to play around with, some new ideas. You know, you can really break it down with the MIDI and also play with the audio. Now, to go along with the sample pack, I am also doing a contest. So basically, every single person who downloads or who buys the sample pack is going to get a email where you can send your submissions to for the contest. Basically, whoever makes the best track using one or more of these melodies will win the contest. The contest winner is going to get 10 free sample packs of their choice from my Bandcamp, as well as a free custom tutorial from me. And you will also get a download of my Kraken sample pack, which I made with ZenWorld. On top of all that, I'll be playing your track in my Essentials mixes going forward and in my sets coming up. So on top of all that, I'm also going to have a second and third place winner. The second place winner is going to get 10 sample packs of their choice, and the third place winner is going to get 5 sample packs of their choice. I'm also going to be giving a few honorary winners a free sample pack of their choice, so chances are you will get something from this. Now, the deadline for this is September 1st, 2019. Right now, I believe it's August 17th, so that gives you good amount of time to put together a pretty cool little track. I'm going to announce the winners on September 5th, 9/5. So, yeah, it's coming up soon. Like I said, if you guys want to get the pack and enter the contest, all of that is in the description. You don't need to enter the contest, though. If you just want 10 cool melodies to play around with, you can also do that. But yeah, so now to the actual content in this video. So, the main thing with these melodies is just kind of like sticking around these few kind of like minor chord shapes. So what I'm talking about here is if we go like in an F minor chord, like I'll just make F minor here. You can see like it's the F, the root note, the third, the minor third, and then the fifth. So those are going to kind of be the main voices we're going to want to play around with. And like what we can do here is just kind of take these and arpeggiate them out like that, and then maybe start playing around. Like maybe we'll put this one up an octave, and you can see that gives it a little bit of a different feel. But it's all basically based around these minor scales, and then we can kind of fill in a few notes around these. Like for example here, I'll add in a ninth. We can add in this voice is very popular, like one note up from the fifth. Maybe 2 notes down from the fifth as well. So it's about writing stuff like this. You can see very quickly, just by playing around with that basic F minor chord shape, we came up with something pretty quickly. This is what I'm always talking about in the videos when I say these melodies are just based around these minor chord shapes. So yeah, that's the first thing there, is just kind of doing that. The other thing I would say about these melodies is they can be very repetitive, like with this one over here, for example. You know, it follows the same kind of rhythm where the first time we get the F minor, and then the second time it goes up to that C sharp. But it's like the same rhythm, so that's the other thing. You don't want to just be aimlessly like bouncing around, you know, minor scales. Like you don't want to just be doing like this. You know, it's like, that's cool, but you can see it's not really anything to follow with it. It's just kind of going on and on and on. So that's the thing that would separate the music theory of this kind of stuff, I would say, from like classical music, which uses maybe a lot of these similar kinds of chord shapes and scales and all that kind of stuff. It's just like the repetitiveness of it. So the way I would go about writing something is like, you know, maybe choose a chord shape. So let's say we'll do F minor, and then I'll make like a little, just something that's catchy. And then maybe in this next part here, you know, we can play around with what I was talking about before and just kind of go one note down from the G sharp there. And then we can duplicate that. And then maybe this time we can mix it up. So you can hear, like, already, just by kind of adhering to these few rules, we can come up with something pretty cool. Now, the other thing I played around with a bit when I was making this pack was like automation of different effects, like delays and reverb and stuff like that. Like if you listen to, you can hear there's like that kind of like wash coming in. So that was some reverb automation. So this is also really good for this style. Like, the way I like to think of it is you make like a simple melody like this, and then you kind of fit the synth and the sound and all of that around that, and you make it kind of like interesting around this simple repetitive melody in the minor scales. So like I'll get a reverb here, for example. Let's put that before the drum bus. I'll do this on top of the reverb that's already on here, and then we'll just automate this dry wet to come up here. I honestly learned this trick from making deep house, and I'm not ashamed to say that. But like we can do something like this. And we can even automate the delay maybe as well, like here or something. You know, it's like that's not even so noticeable. You wouldn't even necessarily say, oh, there's a delay automation there. You can hear how much more exciting this makes this. So it's like I said, it's taking these simple repetitive melodies and then kind of fitting the synth and the sound around that. As you can hear, you know, this is kind of playing off of like the empty space there. So yeah, those are really the main things. I can show you these melodies from the pack as well. Like you can see with these. Like this one I already showed you, you know, it's got the same kind of thing where it's like mirroring the rhythm in the second half of the first half. This one, same thing where it's kind of like going up the minor scale. It's in A minor. And same thing here, you can see like we have C, the minor third of A minor, and then it just goes down to that ninth, one note down. Like it's really not that complicated to write these melodies. It's just, I think it doesn't always seem so obvious when you're listening to it, like how all of this is working. But like I said, it's just a matter of getting something simple that's very catchy and still has some sophistication to it, and then kind of making something repetitive and catchy with that, and then building the synth and the sound and the automation and effects around that and making it all work together. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. A lot of you guys have requested this one because a lot of you guys have been wondering how to make these type of melodies I have found. Like I said in the beginning, you can get the 10 techno melodies for $10 pack in the description, and this will have all the melodies that I talked about. You will also be able to enter the contest, so if you want to win a bunch of free stuff from me and also get your track noticed by a bunch of people because I will be sharing it, make sure to enter that. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.